Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about the mind games that narcissists play. Now I have a couple of notes here in my iPhone, and I want to talk not just about the mind games that they're going to play, but how you actually combat this. And you'll begin to hopefully see a pattern on how you can protect yourself from narcissistic abuse. So first of all, let's talk about when you first meet a narcissist. Their main focus is going to be to find all the private things out about you, all your deep stuff, but they're not going to share themselves. So when you're out there and you're meeting new people, maybe you're trying to date or whatever it may be, really pay attention to this. Now, yeah, there are some people that have trust issues and they're not going to open up right away, and taking relationships super slow is really important, right? But narcissists will actually start to use these things against you. So a red flag is going to be if they're not sharing anything, there's a reason why. They don't trust somebody else because of what they know that they're capable of. So just keep that in mind, that if you are out there and you're meeting somebody, whether it's in the workplace, whether you're dating somebody, or you meet somebody that's a friend, ask yourself why they are not sharing deep things with you, but they want that from you. The next thing you're going to notice is they're going to start to nitpick and criticize you. And anytime that somebody starts to nitpick and criticize you, whether it's your appearance, what decisions you've made, mistakes you have made in the past, who you are as a person, whatever it is, red flag. Because think about it. If you are a healthy person, you're confident in yourself, and you are around another person and they have their own things that they've walked through, you're not going to sit there and nitpick them because you know that you've had your own stuff too, right? And it's not about, using things against each other. And I remember actually having a conversation with my mom about this and talking to her about healthy relationships versus toxic relationships. And she could not fathom having a relationship where personal things were not used as weapons. Private things and secrets and things weren't used as weapons. She literally saw that as the definition of a relationship. So that is a red flag. Anytime someone's going to use something against you, red flag. Criticize you, red flag. They also want to control you with fear. And so they might, have rage, and respond in rage. They're going to attack and really it's my way or the highway. And, you might not see this aggressive, overt, sort of response with every single narcissist, but you will see it with some. One example might be someone that is very just right or wrong. They're just attacking everyone, criticizing everyone around them. And they're the ones that know they'll always have to be right, and they can be very, very verbally just attack, right? But then there's others that might be a little bit more, behind the scenes judging you, behind the scenes criticizing you, and you might not even know. They could be talking to somebody else about you and criticizing you, and it may take you years before you find out. They also need to be seen as blameless, and so they're never going to take credit for anything that they did wrong. If you are talking to them and you said, you did X, Y, and Z and really hurt my feelings, they're not going to say, oh, gee, I shouldn't have done that, or maybe, let's talk about this and work through it and find a common ground. No, it's going to be, well, I did that because so-and-so did this, or you did this, and I only did that because you did that. They're never going to take, responsibility. They have to be seen as blameless. And because they're so focused on it's their way or the highway, you will lose yourself over time. And if you're raised by narcissists, you probably never even got a chance to figure out who you are, what you believe, or what you think about things, because they controlled that for you. And as an adult, if you're in a relationship, they will completely consume you, right? So it's very important to really know who you are, really establish who you are at your core, what you believe, what you love, what you don't love, your opinions across the board. And you stick to those opinions. And you can absolutely confront a narcissist and tell them that you disagree. My most popular video on my YouTube channel is giving an example of the fact that you can actually confront somebody and say, you know what, it's great that you have that opinion. And I'm perfectly fine with you having that opinion. But that is not my opinion. My opinion is X, Y, and Z. And this is very important, especially if you have a family member that you have to deal with on a regular basis. Now, they're not going to like it. They could probably even throw a fit. But that is how you stand your ground with a narcissist and you're respected, is that you let them know that you're not going to be controlled. Now, if you are a child, now I have a lot of children that are in home with your parent and you don't know what to do. Obviously, you're in a completely different situation and unable to leave, unable to go someplace to protect yourself. So you're going to have to make an exit plan for your future, that you're going to make a decision to leave so that you can actually, restore your life. But for adults that watch my videos, you actually can make this decision and stop being afraid that you're going to lose a job or the relationship's going to end or whatever it may be. The thing is if you have a connection with a narcissist, they've already destroyed the relationship. If you have parents that are narcissists, they've already destroyed the relationship by not loving you and making it all about them. They already did the damage. The damage has been done. So if you are choosing to keep them in your life, you're doing them, you're going above and beyond. You're actually staying around an abusive person. And so this is dealing with an abusive person and not allowing yourself to be lost. You can also choose not to engage. So never, ever respond emotionally. You want to respond logically. You want to respond very calmly, because narcissists want to control you emotionally so that they can control you, because they think, aha, I have the upper hand because you reacted. So the person that reacts emotionally is the one that loses control. And you can just remember this across the board when you're dealing with anyone that tries to provoke you in general. Don't lose your cool. Don't allow them to get an emotional reaction out of you. You can say calmly, that's your opinion. That is your decision. It's not my opinion. It's not my decision. It's not my reality. And that's truly your biggest defense. And that's why it's so important to spend all this time and all this work on restoring your inner world and restoring who you are on the inside. And that's why I'm passionate about the program that I help people restore their lives, my Overcoming Narcissistic Abuse program. We rebuild who you are on the inside. That's where the focus is. It is really deciding who you are, finding yourself again, learning to love yourself so that you are no longer a victim of narcissistic abuse, so that people cannot control you and that you're not triggered and that you don't respond emotionally. And you can actually go through life very peacefully. And you'll know if you see a narcissist, you can actually just choose not to engage or remove yourself from the situation if it's a social interaction. And just know and be aware of who you want to interact with, who you want to be friends with, and just have some wisdom. So guys, hopefully this video has helped you a little bit, and we'll see you next week.